What's up, everyone? I'm Tech Number here for Troubleshoot, and today I'm revealing a massive workflow game changer for content creators like you. If you are drowning in hours of long-form footage and audio files, this simple trick is going to save you days. I'm showing you a quick practical hack inside Adobe Audition to batch fix audio leveling, EQ, and normalization all at once. And definitely stick around because this cleanup process ties directly into a much bigger time saver for generating short clips. Seriously, once you see these two tools work together, you will instantly stop that frustrating one file at a time grind forever. Okay, let's start with the actual prerequisite. You need a genuine pile of disparate audio files. This is the reality after a long recording session. I have my main mic track, game audio overlays, guest calls, and so much more. Because these tracks are recorded independently, their loudness levels are all over the map, making them sound jarring when played consecutively. Manually opening every single file to apply the same EQ, compression, and then normalize it is an absolute vortex of wasted time. Thankfully, Adobe Audition offers a far superior, almost painless solution for handling this en masse. First, fire up Audition. Don't worry if your workspace looks different than mine, we just need access to the right panels. I prefer loading everything into the Files panel at the top, so I get a clean overview of all my imported assets right away. However, you can absolutely skip that organizational step and drag your clips straight into the processing window if you're in a real hurry. I have a mix here. My main talking head, some loud game audio samples, a remote guest clip, and various other segments. Our primary goal with this batch process is to achieve completely consistent loudness and a unified tonal footprint across all these clips. To begin the magic, navigate to Window and select Match Loudness, or just hit Alt+5 on your keyboard for a quick shortcut. This action opens the dedicated Match Loudness panel where you can now easily drag your entire folder or select multiple files. Audition will scan everything and instantly provide you with a readout covering integrated loudness, RMS, and peak values. This initial scan clearly highlights just how far apart your audio files are sitting in terms of perceived volume. I've seen files jump from a reading of -26 LUFS all the way up to a very hot -12 in the same batch. And the peaks are just as bad, with one file peaking safely at -18 dB, while another is clipping dangerously close to 0. You absolutely do not want this kind of inconsistency if you are publishing professional content. Now for my go-to setting, specifically tuned for spoken word video designed for social platforms. I set my target loudness to -16 LUFS, with a very tight tolerance of ±2 for precision. I also cap the true peak at -2 dB, ensure a 12 millisecond look ahead, and use a 200 millisecond release time. The built-in ITUR BS 1770 style preset is a solid starting point, but I lean towards -16 LUFS because it sounds punchy on YouTube and all social feeds. If you are delivering audio for actual broadcast television, you might need to adjust that target to -14 or even -23 LUFS. However, for most modern digital creators pumping out daily content, -16 is the absolute sweet spot that preserves dynamics well. Once your targets are locked in, simply hit the Run button and Audition instantly processes every single file in that queue. You will visually see the waveform change across all clips as the gain structure and processing are applied automatically. When the batch job completes, every processed file will have a small star icon indicating it has been successfully modified. This marker lets you easily know which files are done, or conversely, which ones you might want to revert if you made an error. Here's a crucial pro tip to take your sound quality even further before normalization even begins. Before running Match Loudness, I frequently run these raw files through Audition's dedicated batch process feature. This is where you save your absolute favorite effects chain, maybe a gentle EQ to lift the mids, a de-esser, or a light limiter. You drag all your audio into the batch process window, select that saved effects preset, and let it rip across the entire library. The batch process handles all the tonal shaping lightning fast, and then you move those newly shaped files into Match Loudness for leveling. This two-step approach ensures that both your sonic character and your perceived loudness are perfectly automated and consistent. Once Match Loudness is done, saving the files en masse is the next critical step in securing your progress. I generally use the shortcut Ctrl+Alt+Shift+S, which prompts Audition to ask you what to do with each individual file. While overwriting the originals is tempting, I strongly recommend saving processed versions with a clear suffix like _pero or _loud. This simple naming convention ensures you never accidentally destroy your precious raw, unprocessed source material. Also, remember that Audition keeps peak files right next to your clips, which really helps maintain loudness consistency when importing into Premiere. So, now you have a perfectly leveled, EQ'd, and normalized folder of audio files ready to go. That is already a huge win for your sanity. But here is where we truly leverage this foundation to produce exponentially more content with significantly less effort. Welcome to Vizard. I'm not saying Audition is inadequate. It is phenomenal for pure audio processing, but it simply cannot do automated short-form clip creation. Once your source audio is pristine, Vizard steps in to analyze that long-form video and automatically pinpoint the absolute best moments. It finds the viral moments, the best jokes, the crucial sound bites, and turns them into ready-to-post, perfectly formatted short clips. This tool represents the indispensable other half of the workflow when your goal is to truly scale up your content output. Why this specific combination is so powerful lies in solving two distinct, major creator problems sequentially. Audition guarantees incredible sound consistency, meaning your viral snippets won't sound strangely thin or overpoweringly loud. Vizard then analyzes the footage and the newly cleaned audio to intelligently locate the most engaging highlight segments for you. The AI expertly slices these moments into perfectly shareable vertical clips, suggests custom captions, and automatically adds subtitles. It even handles the platform-specific formatting required for TikTok, Instagram Reels, and of course, YouTube Shorts automatically. You simply tell the system how often you want clips to post, and Vizard manages the entire upload and scheduling process for you. Let's be perfectly clear about the comparison here so you can truly appreciate the value proposition. Yes, Premiere Pro or any manual editor can technically do everything Vizard offers, but you are signing up for relentless clicking and trimming. Other AI clip tools exist, but they often miss context by only grabbing the loudest sounds or relying on weak engagement heuristics. Those tools frequently result in awkward short clips or, even worse, they charge you an arm and a leg per minute of footage analyzed. And many social schedulers are fantastic at posting, but they do absolutely nothing to generate the actual video content for you. Vizard's major advantage is combining the essential clip creation, the platform scheduling, and content calendar management all in one unified space. For creators dedicated to pumping out high-quality long-form content, this combination acts as an exponential time multiplier. So, let's walk through the typical end-to-end workflow I use every single week to stay ahead of the curve. Step 1. Record your main long video or stream, making sure to export multitrack audio if your recording software allows for it. Step 2 involves loading all those raw audio files directly into Adobe Audition to begin the processing chain. In Audition, run your batch process first with your favorite effects rack, then immediately follow it up with Match Loudness using your custom LUFS target. Always save the processed versions with that safe suffix, ensuring your pristine, raw source audio remains untouched and archived separately. Step 3 requires you to re-link or swap that newly cleaned, consistent audio into your main long-form video timeline in Premiere or whichever editor you use. This step is crucial because Vizard's generated clips will sound exponentially better if the source material already has that solid sonic foundation. Step 4. Upload that complete long video into Vizard or connect it securely to where your content already lives online. The AI then instantly scans the entire video, intelligently hunting for those high-energy moments, punchlines, and genuine audience reactions. You then get to quickly preview all the generated clips, tweak anything you like, and hand-select the absolute best ones for publishing. Step 5 leverages Vizard's content calendar to fine-tune specific post times or simply approve the auto-schedule function. If you choose auto-schedule, just tell it your target post frequency and platforms, and the system handles the entire distribution plan. Let's talk about some real-world application notes to keep your expectations perfectly aligned. Occasionally, the AI will select a segment that requires a tiny microfix, maybe a different crop or just a slight caption adjustment. That's totally fine, because reviewing 10 smart pre-selected picks and tweaking 2 is infinitely faster than manually cutting 50 clips yourself. If you are on a tight budget, you might be tempted by cheap, single-feature tools, but this approach creates severe asset siloing. You end up constantly bouncing files between platforms, losing time, and breaking the overall cohesion of your brand sound. Vizard's integrated nature keeps everything flowing within one ecosystem, drastically reducing that frustrating operational friction. Finally, never ever forget the golden rule of post-production. Always archive the completely unprocessed original raw files. Loudness processing is amazing, but you need those clean tracks if you ever decide to remix or reprocess everything with new settings later on. Make sure you name everything exceptionally clearly, like using a Date Project version Pro format for easy backtracking. So, that's the complete setup. Audition handles fast, consistent audio cleanup with batch processing and match loudness. Then, Vizard seamlessly takes those excellent source videos and transforms them into a steady stream of optimized short clips scheduled across your platforms. This is the kind of integrated workflow that turns one big recording day into continuous content without completely burning you out. If this tip resonated with you, I challenge you to test it out on your very next recorded stream this week. Process one of those long recordings in Audition first, and then immediately push the result through Vizard for clipping. You will genuinely be shocked by the sheer number of quality, high-engagement clips the AI instantly spots that you would have missed. If you want a deeper dive, I can certainly create a follow-up video showing the exact Vizard interface settings I use for maximum impact. Let me know in the comments if you'd like to see that screen share tutorial on clip tweaking. Anyway, that is everything for this quick session. I sincerely hope you found this workflow segment incredibly useful and not too rushed. This has been Tech Number here for Troubleshoot, and I will catch all of you in the next video. Ciao for now, and happy editing.